North Korea slammed President Biden's recent comments on defending Taiwan if China attacked, calling them reckless, according to state news outlet Korean Central News Agency. North Korean Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs Pak Myung-ho said in a statement to the news agency that the U.S.'s indiscreet meddling into Taiwan entails a potential danger of touching off a delicate situation on the Korean Peninsula. I always get so tripped up on that word. The U.S. should bear in mind that its reckless interference in internal affairs, its attempt for division and open act of double standard, would only invite tragic consequences of lifting an axe to drop it on its own foot. Okay, during a CNN town hall on Thursday, Biden answered in the affirmative when asked if the U.S. would defend Taiwan if Beijing attacked. Yes, we have a commitment to do that, Biden said Thursday. The White House later clarified Biden's remarks, saying that Biden was not announcing a change of U.S. policy toward Taiwan. Still, the answer appeared to contradict decades of U.S. policy toward Taiwan, in which America adheres to strategic ambiguity in dealing with the nation. China and Taiwan split in 1949, but the U.S. formally recognizes China as the government of Taiwan. The U.S. still maintains informal ties with Taiwan, providing military sales for the island nation to ensure it can defend itself. However, the U.S. is ambiguous on the responsibility to physically help Taiwan. But concerns of an invasion have grown as China becomes more provocative. Between the end of September and beginning of October, China flew at least 150 warplanes into airspace close to Taiwan. That went very underreported. North Korea, meanwhile, has been critical of the U.S.'s security role in the Indo Pacific region. Last month, the nation threatened countermeasures following the U.S.'s deal with the UK and Australia to provide the latter with nuclear powered submarines, the Associated Press noted. In his statement, Pak criticized the U.S. for dispatching battleships into the Taiwan Straits and announcing an arms sale worth $750 million. So, like, I'm going to stop reading the article here. Um, Based off of this premise, I'm kind of inclined to agree with North Korea. I guess that shouldn't be a surprise at this point. But where they talk about how the U.S. should bear in mind it's a reckless interference in internal affairs and that this is an open act of double standard. When they say that, I hearken back to just imagining an alternate scenario, right? Where let's say the U.S. was having a second civil war, or rather, some states seceded from the Union again, and there's a conflict between the U.S. and then this state that is seceded from the Union, and then North Korea is like, oh, state that's separated from the U.S., we're gonna back you up. We're definitely willing to assist you. You know, the U.S. in turn would then reply that in this hypothetical, that North Korea is being aggressive, meddling in internal affairs that have nothing to do with it. It's basically just a thing of we feel as if we can get involved in any conflict in the world, no matter where it is. But if another country were to do that to us, it would be a problem. It would be something that, would be seen as like an act of terror. And it sucks so much to have to keep siding with other countries aside from my own, because I don't enjoy doing that, but I know what he's talking about. Um, I know that if we were in a reverse situation, we would certainly be telling other countries not to get involved with our affairs. And the position based off of what's described here with the U.S. and Taiwan really just makes Biden seem even more weird. It's like China and Taiwan have had this back and forth relationship for a very long time. Um, there's been no direct act of aggression yet, and you're already involved in six other wars, referring to the U.S. So it's like, why do you need to jump into this as well? But it's just we love conflict and fights and scuffles and all the rest of that. Because the people that tell us to go over there don't actually end up losing anything, other than maybe their poll numbers go down in an election here or there.